blasted mechanism in fire. We're going home, throttle to the grip. We're supersonic, so buckle up.
So guys, let me introduce who is the wineries here. So there have been a lot of internet perfumery, but most were related to either design, IT. First time here is our first intern into perfumery or in perfume making. So I'll just introduce you guys to him, and it's one crazy idea I've thought of, and let's get started.
I'm Samyak Walia, and I'm an aspiring perfumer right now. So after finishing my 12th in 2013, I was very much interested in chemistry, and I was lucky enough to get admission into chemical engineering. And after finishing my chemical engineering in 2017, fortunately I got an experience in the field of food flavors. That actually led me to the creation of fragrances and to this most beautiful sense of smelling. So for me, fragrances are memories, and the smell of your grandparents' room, the smell of the leather seats of a new car, the smell of earth while it's raining. For me, all of them, they recreate memories in our lives.
So guys, welcome to the episode 1 of Battles of Perfumers, Perfumer versus Perfumologist. I hope you would like the whole sequence. We are planning to shoot a lot of videos like this. And the first round we are doing is called the individual notes. Because to understand a fragrance, the number one thing is the notes identification. If I don't know how lemon smells, how ginger smells, or how cedar smells, how would I know the fragrance more? Because I don't know. I cannot. To learn to spell a particular name, you need to learn ABCD first. That's the idea, and these are called the basic elements or periodic elements of perfumery. This is the whole idea. Right guys, let's get started. Right guys, so we are here with around 8 notes element written on the chairs. We'll be taking out one each and decide what we're blending right now. You wanna go first? Or shall we toss? Okay, you go first. I'll give you, and we'll reveal it later. I'm taking out the first one too. You have to pick up a second one, and we're gonna reveal it later. What we're gonna do next is go to the depot we have in that section. That also, and then pick up the 2-3 ingredients that we need, and we'll be briefly describing about the ingredients, why we have picked up and what we are. I think we are left with one and we pick it up. So let's see who has got what. Right, so there we are. So you wanna show first?
Sure. So I've got bergamot.
That's the first one. So my first one is patchouli, and it happens to be one of my favorite notes. I badly wanted bergamot as well because I had something in mind, but maybe next time. Yes. Second one.
This is one of my favorites. I've got neroli.
I've got mandarin with me. So mandarin is more like orange itself, but then it's more the regional effect. That's, you know, it's more Asian, and it comes mostly from the Asian subcontinent.
Right.
So that particular species is called mandarin.
Right.
What do you have to say?
Well, I would like to say that it's a little bit more floral than orange, and it is fresh. So yeah, it's a different note.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, yours.
Sure. Mine. The next one I've got is clove wood. It's it's timeless. Well, everyone likes wood, and I'm lucky again.
I have cardamom. So there's a very famous scent, La Nuit de l'Homme by Cardamom. So what I have, I'll be probably blending just the cardamom part of it.
And my last one is berry blast. It's a fruit punch.
And mine is, a lot of people like this one. It's called rose. So we added this last in the list. So these are the 4. I'll be doing 4. He'll be doing, so total of 8. What is the rule? Why we are picking up one each? These particular thing has to be the major ingredient. That means around 75%. Rest 25% should also complement the same, because what we want to make is a full spectrum fragrance which lasts for 6 to 8 hours or even 10 hours, and but gives you an experience of a fully fledged balanced fragrance with phases. But the top, the initial 2-3 hours has to be one of these. So let's go to the depot now. Right guys, so I'm up with my ingredient list. This is the basics I'm using. You need a scale, precise up to 0.01 grams, and you need a bleaker to get started. So this is more like a cooking show done in a perfumery way. These are my oils which I've decided to pick up, and definitely what notes I've got all happens to be my favorite, so I really have a lot to work on. I regret not getting bergamot, but still, I will start with my rose blend right now. So what I have decided to make is, I have to use 75% as rose. So what I have here is the rose oil. It's called Precious Rose Oil. This is from France basically, and it's also used in one of a very famous creation in oil format which cost about 22,000 for like 6 ml bottle. I'm not naming it, but yes, I'm using this. I only have this much left, and this is Desi Gulab Sandali, or the Indian rose variety. This is the natural sandalwood based rose attar. You see here, it's called Gulab Sandali. I'm using this. So this is going to be a fusion of high quality aroma with Indian natural attar, and I'll be using one bridging component between natural and aroma is geranium rose. People, it's not rose exactly, but it's geranium. It smells like rose, but it's a substitute to rose. What difference this has? While most of the rose is like sweet, like milky rose, this one is more candy sort of thing. I have a perfume by the name of Candy Rose, which is just purely geranium. So let's get the blending started. What I'll be making is a whole liter, which would go out for sampling, and if you guys love it, we would make a fragrance out of it. And anyway, we are making a fragrance out of it. So I get my blending started. I normally read music before that.
Okay, so I'm making something lavender. Lavender along with a little bit oriental profile. It's going to be a fougere, but the major part, the front punch, would be lavender. And well, I'm also trying to add some sharp tonalities by using a mixture of lavender and bergamot. And in the base, I would like to use the resinite oak moss, because it's going to give a very sharp and manly punch. At the same time, I'm not sure yet, but I think I'll be using a little bit of leather oud, and maybe if you know, maybe while blending, if I want to make it more earthy, I think I might also use vetiver. But I'm not sure of the smaller profiles here, but major is lavender, and I've got some really good bases, and I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
This is
Lavender.
I'm getting that medicinal vibe right now. Probably once you dilute it, I'll be able to tell it more. Yeah. So diluted EDP.
Okay.
This is smelling good right now. I'm getting predominantly lavender only.
Yes.
But you need to, probably the second sniff I have to give it EDP.
Yes.
But yeah, definitely I get a lot of earthy lavender here,
Yeah.
which I think is gonna come up pretty good. It is for sure, for sure.
That's okay. Leave it.
I think guys, my top is ready. This is like very nice and spicy top with ingredients, like 5-6 ingredients together. And this is the final touch up to my rose blend. And after this I'll be ready with all of my 4 ingredients which we spoke of. Patchouli I wanted to do on screen, but it took longer than expected. But yeah, that's ready. I'll show you how this final bottle looks like. We are planning to do something like this with leather. So it would come like leather and embossed on it, and say 01 patchouli, 02 bergamot, and so on. So we have 8 fragrances, 4 done by me and 4 by the other guy. So I think I'm pretty much done. Ta-da! Hey, let's see what we have come up with. So guys, we have come up with our samples. The first one you see here. So there are 8 samples. This is Neroli. We'll give it a sniff. It smells really nice, fresh Neroli with some powdery feeling to it. This is bergamot. I tested it while it was in making. Again, it's like cut fresh bergamot, how you smell the most freshest. This reminds me of two of the bergamot scents, B22, Bergamot 22, Le Labo, and there is Bergamot Soleil by Atelier Cologne. This gives me that vibe, but much more potent. This one is patchouli that I made it. So what I've tried to make is something very earthy, very uplifting, but no medicinal vibe at the same time. So I've added a little bit of tea tree to eat up that medicinal vibe. Get it? It's patchouli.
It definitely is, and the minty vibe is bringing up the patchouli.
And next is rose, cardamom. You'd like to try it? I liked what he has come up with in Neroli and bergamot. You guys also who are sucker for fresh notes, who love fresh notes, should try it.
I really love the cardamom. It's bringing up the spice, but at the same time, it's something. I mean, you cannot explain. I mean, it's very good.
It's actually made on top of a fully fledged, nice, very neutral fragrance.
Okay.
And cardamom is for 1.5 hour. It'll give you that fresh at the same time lalui sweet, fresh and sweet vibe.
Okay.
Sharp and sweet.
Okay.
Right, and then it goes into a very smooth fragrance. So yep, there are 8 fragrances that we've come up with. And we are planning to do a... Yep, go on.
I'm gonna keep the cardamom.
Okay, sure. Do that. And yes, we wrapped up. The desk are clean. And these 8 fragrances, let me name it all for you. So these all samples you can buy at a promotional price and be the judge, kind of, where you'll be getting a QR code and scan and you could rate the fragrance. So the first one we have is number 1 patchouli. Second one we have is bergamot. There is number 2 bergamot. The number 3 we have is cardamom. Number 4 we have is mandarin. Number 5 is neroli. Number 6 we have is rose. Number 7 we have is the berry
Berry
blast. So let's try this one. So berries is like one of the very lesser used ingredients in perfumery. But it smells like a fruit punch, and I detect mango as well.
Yes.
You use mango in it? So yeah, if you love fruit punches, this is must for you. It's called Berry Blast. Last but not the least, it is the clove. The clove. The clever clove is the name I've thought of. Let's try it. The clever clove. Oof. I already can sniff a lot of sharp clove coming, but as per the interpretation, it's gonna get into the
It's going to get woodier.
woodier. So
The glove is for
clove is not
richness
for
of woody.
everyone. Not
Richness
everyone
of
can
woody. Yeah.
take clove or licorice. These are very challenging
Exactly.
notes.
Yes.
But I see this is like if people who like artisanal fragrances would like the opening of it. Let's wait for the dry down. So guys, you wanna dive it into the elemental perfumery, wanna explore the individual notes made into full-blown fragrances, get these sample of 8. These are 5 ml each. I'll try to put 2 ml each as well. So this 5 ml each, 8 samples will go for $14.99 and 3 ml maybe for $9.99. So I'll try and put 2 options or 1 option, but I think 5 ml is needed because the best part, you could come up with your own blend, like you could make Bergamot Neroli out of 2. So I would advise you to go for this video, I'll keep it for $9.99 for 5 ml, right? And later on we'll jump into $14.99. In dollars, this would be around 8 samples, 5 ml each, total of 40 ml juice, shipped at $35. Right guys, it's Mohit checking out. Hope you enjoyed the new format. We'll be doing round 2 pretty soon, right? So we'll be making more like a fusion between natural and synthetic or anything. Let us think about it. I've already thought of 4 rounds, and then we could probably there are some people as well who were planning same thing. We could invite them over and do the battle of perfumers, something like that.
Yeah.
See ya guys.
See.
Bye bye.
Bye.